Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to show you something kind of off topic here. I've decided to move my channel around a little bit as far as what I'm focusing on as far as content goes. Usually it's about guns. Well, during the summer it's hard to do the gun thing because I'm very busy with all my other side projects and stuff like that I do. So I figured, why not make a video about everything I kind of do, and I'll attract more people in different areas. I won't be solely a gun content provider, but this is just kind of a look into my life because I do a lot of things on the side, and it's just hard to make time for guns or make gun content if I go shoot guns when I'm as busy as I am in the summer. So I figured maybe what I can do is I'll try to take you guys along on everything I do. Then maybe I can help somebody else out because I do a lot of other things. So I won't name anything right now, but for today's video, what I want to do is put a new Trac seat on my bad boy lawnmower here, and I'll show you guys what comes in the box, how hard it is to do, and everything you need to know. So I've got my son Hudson in the background pushing around a chair and a tractor of his, so you might hear that a little bit, but I like having him out here. So I bought this kit because it was $150 off of Northern Tool, which I will try to remember to put a link in the description. But from the reviews that I read, because I did not buy an air ride seat with my lawnmower, the ride is pretty bumpy. But this is supposed to be a cheaper alternative to an air ride seat. It's a suspension seat, so I'm guessing obviously the springs are what's doing the dampening instead of maybe a piston filled with gas or air. So this is it. It arrived just today. Everybody has told me if you're on the fence, just do it, you won't regret it. So in the box, what we got is some hardware, the actual mounting plate itself weighs a little bit, and then I'm gonna guess this is our instruction manual, or this is our instruction manual. Actually, this is my receipt. So that's all that comes in the box. Kind of basic, but it does not look like it's going to be very hard. It tells us here, mount this side up. I'm going to pan the camera over. That right there is my new seat. Well, it's not my new seat, it's what came on my lawnmower. I tore it off last night because I was excited and didn't feel like filming it because it's pretty easy to figure that out, but hopefully you can. This is my lawnmower. Because I have the limited edition of the ZT Elite lineup, I do have an extra plate with some shock absorbers on there that makes it different than most other people's ZT Elites. But that is what this is going on. And yeah, so we're gonna cut right to filming how to install it. So I have went and faced the seat like it's going to face the lawnmower, or as it's gonna sit on the lawnmower. This is actually how it came off. I had the tracks here. One thing everybody says in the other videos I've watched is make sure this lever is to the outside of the seat. You don't want it on the inside like they typically are. You want it on the outside of the seat. Mine actually already came that way. Not that it's a big deal. These are supposed to be universal fit, so we'll see if I have to do any drilling. I hope not. But my seat would have mounted right on top of this rail. Essentially, this is going to mount on top of this, and then my seat's going to mount to this plate here. So you can set it up like this so you make sure everything's lined up correctly. And I'm just going to run probably their hardware, because it's shorter than mine, up through here so I don't bottom this plate out when I'm bouncing around the yard. And I might take these spacers off too because I don't think I need them, but we'll see. Also for this video, I'll be using 243 Loctite because I think it's an excellent thing to use when you don't want to have to chase a nut back down after you tightened it. So I recommend it, especially for machines like this that have a lot of vibration. All of the hardware needed for this particular seat installation is a 1/2-inch drive deep well socket, 1/2-inch wrench. Okay, so now what we are going to do is sit the seat onto the mounting plate and make sure everything lines up. You want to keep your bolts loose on the rails if you have them to make sure you can move them in and out, which I already did. I did all this off camera. I had everything lined up. and I spaced everything the way I want to, so it's in the middle of the slot on the mounting plate. to the rail. So now the rails are tight to the actual suspension system there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip the seat up, lock that down using some Loctite, and they actually do give you lock nuts. So the nuts included are lock nuts. So you probably don't need Loctite, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. All right, so now the test. So right there's our seat. She definitely sits up a lot higher. Gonna use their factory supplied bolts as well, because the ones that came with the bad boy had a spacer and they were very long, but they utilized that spacer to make them the right length. That spacer out because I don't want to sit any higher. Slide this guy back here. Which hole to use now? This seat's got 2 holes front and back that I can use to give you about an inch difference in spacing. So there you have it. There she is installed. I know I fast forwarded through a lot of it, but I think a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory. I went off video and sat in it and made a few more adjustments as far as the seat, how far back it went, because it was sticking out about 2 inches further this way. When it's pushed all the way back, I just went and adjusted that. The seat definitely adds several inches of height to where now these are just going over my knees type deal. So you might have to find a way to extend those, or I could drop out that riser plate there and reconfigure the wheel a little bit there by drilling some new holes. But really, it's very, very comfortable. To me, it bounces like a air ride seat would. Hudson approves of it, and that's the most important thing. Now we get to mow with an attitude, I guess. All right, everybody, it's day 2 after installing the seat. I wanted to show you guys a little video of how it looks in person. So we're out here in the field next to me. I'll show you some of the terrain. It doesn't look super rough, but it really is. There's a molehill along here. Kind of goes along the whole edge. And this is all bean field right now, but it was cornfield last year. So if you just sight up and down it, trust me, it's pretty bumpy. It's very uneven. A lot of little divots. So, as you guys can see there, the seat dampens the ride quite a bit. I'm very impressed. Very happy with the purchase. Definitely would recommend it myself. I just got out of my friend's Bobcat. He's got the air ride suspension seat on his, and I will say the air ride's got a lot more travel than what this one here would have. But for the price, you can't beat it. And I don't know, if you're cheap, I guess like me, that's not a bad way to go. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.